Thanks again for volunteering for the Parking Committee. We really appreciate your efforts. But all of you, have a safe fest. Have a great time. We'll see you next year.
Stand up.
I'm Joe Land, and I'm the big deal. Who do you think I am?
Hey, doing? My name's Joe Land. Kind of a big deal.
Hi, I'm Joe Land, and I'm kind of a big deal.
I'm Joe Land. You know I'm a big deal.
I'm Joe Land, and I'm a big deal.
Hi, I'm Joe Land. I'm a really big deal.
I'm Canada Joe Land. I'm the real big deal.
I'm Joe Land. They call me Canada Joe. And in the past, I told people that I was kind of a big deal. Apparently that's inaccurate. My stuff's really taken off, and I am a big deal. I am the original big deal.
Hi, I'm Joe Land. I'm kind of a big deal.
We'd like you there 15 minutes before you're due to go on so that we can make sure that you know what you're going to be doing, that we know what you're going to be doing, and that we have your crew assembled. Walk right up to that partition, tell them who you are, what shift you're on, and that you're there reporting for duty. The people in the office will take care of checking you in and checking you out. You need to pick up a flashlight if it's dark, a flag if it isn't, a road vest. Make sure that your canteen or water bottle or whatever's full, and that you know what you're going to be doing.
Wait a minute. What's your dad's name?
Bruce Campbell.
And who's on your shirt?
Bruce Campbell.
Most of our paying customers and our early arriving campers, whether they're volunteers or paying customers, know that they can't get into the campground until 10 o'clock. They'll still try. They will tell all kinds of stories that they can get in early. They can't go past the point at the intersection of Clemmers Mill and Salford Station Road before 10 o'clock. The traffic is controlled by parking volunteers, the Upper Salford Fire Police, and in some cases the state police. They can't get in until 10 o'clock, so we have to stage them at Wolford Road, which is a parking lot about a mile removed from the main concert site.
Perfect, thank you.
They wait there until 10 o'clock if they've arrived early.
Keep it coming. Slow down, we got 6 feet, 3 feet, keep it coming. A little bit more. 3 inches if you got it. Beautiful, thank you. Keep it coming, keep it coming.
First line of my campers! Are you ready? I want to hear that you're ready! Woo! First line, let's get it moving! See you on the inside. Be careful of pedestrians on the street, please.
Good job. Good up.
Thank you. See you on the inside.
Hi, I'm Canada Joe, and I'm kind of a big deal around here.
You are. Oh my God, is that Canada Joe? You're such a big deal. Can I have your autograph? Oh,
Later.
quite a big deal.
rocks. You like that? Yeah.
Well, this is my son, the parking committee chief here, Christopher Fonseca, and my #1 boy.
Well, this is Cadence Vegas, and you look at Eric Cadence. Cadence is going to help us park cars here one day.
She's a third-generation Gossin on the parking committee.
Third-generation Parker. Woo! Yes, say hi, Eric. Hi. Say, you can't park here. You can't park here. No parking here.
I'm Val Kilmer, and I was a better Batman than George Clooney. I'm senior staff and parking at the Philadelphia Film Festival.
Like I said, my name's Rue. I'm one of the assistant chairs. It's my job to tell you who we are and what we do, and what we expect from you, and how we go about doing this. You're all aware that this is the 51st festival.
Absolutely.
All right. The festival itself is the primary fundraising event for the Philadelphia Folk Song Society. The society is a nonprofit organization which is dedicated to the preservation of folk music, meaning music made by people in the United States. Not the music necessarily just made in the United States, but music period. Right? The society sponsors a lot of outreach programs. We support a music program for the School of the Deaf. I believe it's the Greenwood School for the Blind. Physicians on Call. We give scholarships for music. There are any number of things that the society does during the year in terms of events and music programs. We are, up until, well, probably 3 years ago, we're the only festival of its type that never took federal money. We were self-supporting. The market has changed a bit, but that's a whole other issue. You guys, as parking volunteers, you are the ambassadors to the festival. You are the first people that the ticket holders see. So what we really require is that you smile at them, that you're courteous. I want you to kill them with kindness. You're going to meet some complete morons behind the wheels of cars. They're going to want to argue. They're going to want to go somewhere other than where you want them to go. And one of the best answers is, I understand your problem, and I totally do. However, management has instructed us to do it this way. Please help me help you. Just absolutely agree with them, right down the line. If you're saying yes, they can't argue after a while because you're agreeing with them. All right, and the problem goes away. We want to try to diffuse as much of this as possible. You're not going to be by yourselves. There will be senior people around that have better or other answers. As far as crew goes, you've all been assigned to a shift schedule. Please try to show up 15 minutes before you're scheduled to go on so that we can get you informed as to what you're going to be doing, where it is. If we have to split a crew up between locations, we have time to do that. make sure that you have water, etc., the things that you need. As far as that goes, I need you to show up in sturdy shoes. That does not mean flip-flops or bare feet. All right? If you look right out here, this grass will be hay after we leave. It gets very dry. It gets sharp because it's been mowed 5 or 6 times. When you can step on it in bare feet, and shards of that can penetrate you like stepping on a nail. Please don't do that. It, first of all, takes you away from us being able to use you, and it also hurts it's just not good. And considering what they fertilize the ground with, you probably don't want to introduce that into your own system. Okay. Rain gear. If you have a poncho or something like that, bring it with you. We never know. And we're 24 hours, rain or shine. Okay. Mugs. We run out of cups for water. These jugs sitting around are what we how we have water in the field. Please stay hydrated. It gets very hot out there on occasion. There will be water available on that note as well. If you are not scheduled to come on to shift during meal times, feed yourselves. We're not your mom. Okay? If you have to work during a meal time, we will feed you. If you can't, for some reason, make a shift, and really, if you're deceased, that's an acceptable excuse. Otherwise, show up. If you can't make it up here, send somebody, because God forbid that a parent or someone is looking for you, they are going to be directed to call volunteers, who is going to look in their database and say, okay, that person is on parking. They're going to call us. We're going to look on our crew roster and say, yes, this person is scheduled to work. We look like idiots when we say we don't know where you are. All right, so if there is a problem, let us know. If for some reason, some outside emergency or whatever, and you have to leave, let us know. All right. If you're scheduled to work on Sunday, as part of your ticket of admittance is working your full schedule. If you bail on us on Sunday, we are now organized enough that you're going to jeopardize your opportunities in the future to volunteer for any committee, not just parking. There is a general database, and we feed back into it. The other committees do as well. Okay. Now, on the safety side of it, Rich is going to go over using flashlights, flags, and everybody, when you are working, I know these things are hot, they're uncomfortable, they're stupid to wear, they're a very bright color. Wear them. There's a reason for them. It identifies you as a parking person. If you were just standing out there in a t-shirt and shorts waving a flag, I'd wonder what the heck you were doing. With the vests, they tell these folks with limited focus that, yeah, I really probably ought to pay attention to that person in an orange vest. Go ahead.
You mentioned the database.
Yes.
We put good things in there too, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I was getting around to that, but let me jump on that right at the moment. It's not just negatives, all right? We are also looking for people who are interested in being moving up to become a crew chief and continuing in that. If you have special skills, if you're an artist, if you are a computer programmer, if you're whatever you think that we might need to know about, see either me or one of the senior people Joe Palermo, Danny Gosson standing out here. Joe Land is also around. I'm not sure where he is. Larry. There are a bunch of us. We serve as overall supervisors for a longer period of time than your shift goes every day. So, and we're readily available to answer questions, etc. But yeah, you're right. We're not just putting negative things into the database. We want to know the good stuff too. And there will be people that you can identify for us, and we will be looking for people to identify saying, hey, you know, we want to talk to you because we think that you have potential with us. Not everybody loves parking, okay? It takes a peculiar type of lunatic to really get into this. It's a great job. You're working fewer hours than any committee on the site, all right? Because we understand that standing in the sun, standing in the rain, standing in the dust, standing in mud is a very taxing job. And so we're able to do that way. But the other committees work anywhere from 16 to 21 hours, most of it during Fest. And you get whatever schedule they assign you. You don't get to choose. So just things to bear in mind. Now, safety.
Safety. When my first year volunteering parking, I was 18. At the time, I got a fluke job as a director of human traffic safety, which made this my living. I've retained the permits ever since, just for this event. Essentially, I want to take a second. I want you all to turn around and try to find a flagger down there. All right. Find just someone wandering around in orange. All right, everyone find one? All right, that is what you look like to the people driving 2,000 pounds of metal at your face. I want you to keep that in mind. That, what you just saw, is what you look like when someone driving 2,000 plus pounds of metal at your face and you're trying to communicate with them. That being said, always smile. It's the most important thing. I'm dead serious. When you are out there, you want to make big motions, but you can see a smile on someone's face from 50 feet away. And it's disarming, and it's pleasant, and the person immediately thinks you're there to help them. So continue to smile. It's ridiculous, but it works, especially here. Everything else, orange vest must be on, obviously. 2,000 pounds of metal, face. But you need to also make clear and concise motions when you're communicating. If you're asking someone which way they want to go, if you're looking for a turn signal communication, a lot of people go like, what's this? What's this? Are you going to see that from down there? You need to make big motions, okay? If you need to communicate, hand, no one finger. I usually use 2 fingers. I'm just like that or that. If you need someone to stop, you hold this way. That simple. You stop them. You make sure you're good behind you, and you stop them. And they're flying at you, duck. All right? Yeah.
Do not, under any circumstances, step in front of a moving car to stop them. All right? They outweigh you. You'll lose. Don't. We don't push cars either. By hand. We have other ways of doing it.
If you need to communicate to multiple drivers, find the one that's going to be in your radius. Communicate to him, and when you turn to communicate to somebody else, move your hand to this and then turn to the other person. If the flag is not being used as a mouthpiece, it is at your side. You do not want to wave it around because once again, people will think you're just being lame from 50 yards away. Like, oh, she wants me to turn left. And it's happened. I know it seems silly, but I gotta yell at somebody at least once a year. Most importantly, be safe. That's really it. If you're actually turning or you are communicating with either the wand or the flag, broad motions and concise. If you want someone to turn to my left, I have it here, take it that way, all the way out. I don't go like this and hit Rue in the face. So you good?
I'm good.
All right. Halfway over, this way. Same thing for the right, or my right, your left. That way. I love you.
I love you too. Just don't hit me in the face again. I know.
If you whip them hard enough, you can crack them too.
These don't pop. I tried.
They don't?
No, they don't pop.
You gotta try harder.
The close one.
I got $1 for anyone who can make these crack by the end of the weekend, by the way. All right?
No.
Yeah.
Give me 5 now.
Nah. Same with the lights. Keep your lights on. Even if you're not actually using the light, you are working at night. You can see a strange red light a lot further away than any lights from their headlights that will reflect off your vest. Always keep your light on and with you. Most of them have these guys that they haven't broken. Most of them are brand new. So just kind of leave it on, just on your hand. It's a safety thing. But when you're using it, same idea as the flag, but now you don't have a fan wandering around and smacking Rue.
They've got a harder roger.
Yeah. Same idea. You want to kind of, almost kind of like you're slicing them in the direction you want to go. Like, thank you. Thank you. Like, and they'll understand that. It's ridiculous. Rather than this again, because then they get confused. If you need to stop somebody, you hold it straight up in the air and out in front of you. Alright, not shaking it, straight up. They have a focus point, the driver will focus on it, they will see you, they will see the light, and they recognize that you're asking them to stop, usually. Keep in mind, if they come flying at you, then. Do not step in front of the cars, but some of you we've put into places where you will be in traffic. Everybody here is supposed to be at least 18 years or older that's going to be on the street. We do have a few kids, parents of volunteers. If you're under 18, notify us. You shouldn't be at this point. When you're in traffic, you need to be aware at all times. It's that simple. Once again, we have people driving repetitively. Like, you'll have anywhere between 100 to 300 of these cars come try to smash you in the face. Be careful during your 6-hour shift. So come by sober and sturdy shoes. Like, really sturdy shoes. I'm in flip-flops now because I'm up here to do this and then go back to camp. I have boots in the truck. It's sturdier the better. Thick soles. The asphalt is not comfortable on flip-flops. Might be a little more comfortable for your feet for wandering around, but standing on it for 6 hours. And the hydration. If you're thirsty, if you're getting overheated, there's going to be somebody in charge nearby you wherever you are standing. So you notify us. All right, we take good care of our people. We really do. We come around with treats. We make sure everyone has water. And you're out there. You're pretty much just like drink like you're exercising, because essentially you are. Your metabolism is so boosted up that it's kind of like you're jogging right now. So you will have lots of water and wear deodorant, gentlemen.
All right, folks, if I may, there was one other very important piece. Never stand between two cars. Because these cars are getting parked down there. Just don't stand between two cars. It's that simple. Don't get in between them at all.
No. All right. Thank you. You may be issued a radio. These are very simple devices. These are the Korean War model. Okay. They work, both of them work the same way. There's a button on the side. You push to talk. You let go to listen. If you push and talk and don't let go, you're still broadcasting. You can't hear anything. Okay? We are on channel 1. This is on a dial. This is preset. These are the new ones. If you have a radio, it needs to be on your person with the volume turned up so you can hear it. It does absolutely no good hanging on a gate, hanging on a fence, sitting on a chair while the radio is going and you're over there. Okay, that's enough said about that. Keep it with you. If you're issued one, turn it in when you're done. The same thing with flags, vests, flashlights. Your crews will have a crew chief for the most part. Follow their instructions. If someone asks you a question and you don't know the answer, don't be afraid ever to say, I don't know. The follow-up to that is, but I'll find out. And we will never holler at you for calling us or asking us, where is, how do I? We're here to answer those questions. All right, and I can't think of all of them at this point because the list continues to grow every year. In answer to some of them, what is where? How many of you are familiar with the site? Oh boy. Okay. Where you are, that gate is called the Point. This road is Clemmers Mill Road. This road is Salford Station. All right, so that forms this boundary. Camping and the camping gate are over that way. You come in a cattle gate off of Clemmers Mill Road, down a gravel road to the camping gate, and gain admittance to the campground from there. Camping headquarters is to the left side of that road as you're going into the campground. Tickets are over here before you get into the campground, which I thought was very clever. Since you have to buy a ticket to get into the, never mind.
I got it.
On the concert side, which is where we are, this is weekend camping parking. All of these cars are either belong to volunteers who are either up here working or people who have bought a camping ticket and are in the campground. Their car is over here. There will be no day parking, people that just come in for one day over here. That's all on remote lots. But down here, the big white circus tent, the first one, is the dance stage. To the left of that is the craft area, society sales, and the main stage. There are two subsidiary stages, but you'll see that when you get into the concert area. The medical unit, MASH A, and this will come up because there are medical volunteers that haven't been told where that they need to go, but they need to go to MASH A. MASH A is down where the second yellow truck is. All right, there's a yellow, I believe it's a yellow and white circus tent. All right, medical aid is available there. All our handicap parking is at the beginning of this lot. There is a MASH unit inside the campground. There are food vendors inside the campground and over here. Oh, how do I get to the turnpike? If they're coming out this gate, they go down to what appears to be a dead end and make a left. Go to the traffic light and make a right and keep on going until they come to the turnpike entrance. It's very simple. It is signed. The simple answer to that is, gee, we have signs up all over the place how to get to all kinds of roads. Just follow the signs. And they'll see them. They're the orange bordered white signs, which some of you probably followed to get here. If you're asked a question and you don't know the answer, please do not guess. Don't make something up. Ask us, get in touch with us. We'll get you the right answer. Who gets through where? You'll hear people talk about windshield placards. This is a windshield placard. Okay, they come in various colors. Service vehicles have one of these that has an S on it. It's green. All right. There is another one that is, I believe, blue that has a backwards K on it. That means nothing. All right. That gives them access to nowhere because that expired yesterday. So a camping placard sorry, try again. It was a good try, but try again. It doesn't get you through. The residents can drive the way they always drive when we're not here, okay? Vendors will have a V. W is waste, waste management. Z is communications. You'll see a lot of these things, but if it is a windshield placard and they want to go somewhere other than to park, they can go there. Staff parking. Oh boy, the pattern's changed. There is a staff lot. They have to go back out this way and go around. They're essentially parked on the other side of this tree line, way down in the front. Performers parking is down there at that end.
You don't send them straight down there anymore?
You can, yeah. Oh, down here? No, because it's kind of hairy for them to try to get through the service gate if it's a band bus or that kind of thing. Once again, kill them with kindness. Smile at them. Agree with them. Yeah, the idiots that run this place, but we got to do it this way. That's what they told us. If you have any problems, any questions, come back up here to the office. Ask us. Let us know what's going on. We can probably fix it. If we need to, that's the other thing. They will be checking badge numbers as you pass through various gates. If someone needs to get in touch with you from the outside or in here, there will be a yellow flag on your badge. That means you have to come back up here and talk to us because we have a message for you. Don't get a red flag on your badge because that means you will be invited to pack up your campsite and leave the premises. Show up sober, straight, awake. Once again, we're dealing with moving metal. You can do whatever you want to do on your own time. The only thing I ask you is put your parking badge away. Other than that, don't care. Because that ultimately goes back to us, and we don't want to have to talk to you like mom or dad, because we're not mom or dad. Any other questions? Any concerns? Any considerations?
I got one more little thing.
No, go ahead, please.
Someone, if you're on the front lines and they say they have a placard, make sure, and they don't have it out, make them get it out.
Right.
And then tell them to keep it displayed.
Right.
Because, I have a placard. Oh, it's somewhere in my glove box.
No. It is only a placard when it's hanging on their rear view mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to hear thousands of stories about why they absolutely have to get into the lot that you're not letting them in. I'll just share one quick one with you. Several years after I first started working for parking, our headquarters was down here, and this young lady pulled in with a reasonably nice car and was saying that she just absolutely had to get in. She had to drive into the campground. It was her father's last festival, and she absolutely had, and we weren't letting anybody drive into the campground. But in the continuing conversation about, I'm really sorry, but I can't let you in, she started to cry. And I said, that's weird. And she's talking about her father, and there's one person in the car. And I finally leaned in and said, I'm sorry, but I only see you. And she said, oh no, my father's here, and there was an urn sitting on the passenger seat. She went in. Sometimes you're called upon. I prefer that you refer those decisions to us, but occasionally that's an acceptable choice. You'll run into strange things. Refer them to us, because we've probably heard many variations of all of the scams to get on grounds that by people who don't belong here. But as the ambassadors, the patrons, the ticket holders pay the bills. So let's be really nice to them. Let's be really safe. we have not had anyone injured on this crew for the 51 years that we've been doing, well, 50 years that we've been doing this. Don't be the first. We don't like that. In thunderstorms, etc., we will bring you in. You will not stay out in the field. If we can at all possibly get you in, if not, we'll get you undercover. Go have a good time. Have a wonderful fest. Be here when you're supposed to be here. Don't be here except for the picnic or barbecue. And also, we have t-shirts for sale. Jen and Steve would appreciate you buying a shirt from them. They're very reasonably priced. And thanks for volunteering.
Open up your eyes and check the facts. There's something on my mind that I like to mention. Can we all get along and release the tension?
Every year in August, thousands ascend upon a folk festival in Pennsylvania. The campgrounds feature many different campsites, including Dot World. They have brought dots to the festival for over 10 years. In 2003, they brought controversy.
I've been dotted.
Dots roll.
You come to the fest, you get dotted. You remove dots for the next several weeks or months.
He dotted me just once, but it's usually annually I get dotted.
I like my one dot on my badge every year.
I like the dots. I think they're cool. Guys have lots of fun doing it. Everybody seems to have fun.
It's an interesting phenomenon, the dot thing.
They came in with the sirens on their hats.
Right.
Yeah, they come in, they had their guns.
Little microphone.
And at that time, it was exclusive. They were the only ones that did it, and that's what made it fun.
This is how it's going.
It's just snowballed into this thing that's totally beyond our control.
Oh, that's illegal dotting. Hey, that's illegal. I know. Dot man.
That's my big team right there. Nice.
I'm looking for my daughter. This is my daughter.
Has she been dotted?
I didn't do it. No, it's not so bad.
Let's do it! I got the dead dots!
Dead dots. Pick up the dead dots.
Kill the dot man! Kill him! Strangle him, murder him, rip his eyeballs out.
Yeah, we had a little problem with the dots last year, and we found out it was the dot people.
It seems like there's a controversy because our dots get damp and they fall off body parts and end up on the ground.
They had dots all over the place over there on the campground, and we spent quite a lot of time picking up dots.
3,000 dots all over the walls, the fences, people.
And last year, I had a crew of 5 people, spent 2 hours picking up dots in one location.
Supposedly that somebody left a big patch of dots in light camping somewhere, and sanitation has to pick it up, and they didn't like it.
I can understand not wanting to pick them all up off the ground.
Last year, we spent an hour in a space this big picking dots up.
They get told that cleanup afterwards has got a problem with the dots, and I think I would be a little peeved if I'd be on four hands and knees picking up little orange dots after the fest.
We put the word out that we did not want it.
Nobody has directly confronted anyone in Dot World, including myself, of not to dot. So.
When you've been dotting this year, have you been cleaning up after any loose dots?
Loose dots? Well, I don't. If they fall off, yeah. I mean, but I have, you know, my holster X has a trash can. There's no trash in now because I just emptied it. But
They even had dots that had dots with lines going through it, meaning no dots allowed.
No dots. Dots are bad.
It's like saying, oh, we're going to take away the beads from Mardi Gras. Yeah, right. I like to see you do that. Dots will be here forever.
It's become part of the festival.
Are you afraid of dots?
No, you know, dots, it's kind of a toss-up because, like, sometimes people are afraid of dots. But, I mean, in general, I try not to, you know, I'm open to new things, so dots are okay with me.
I've actually seen people get semi-angry, but they don't get upset enough to do anything about it because they realize it's a joke. And usually the way you approach them really affects the outcome. Even though you're approaching them on the sly, if you're not really sneaky about it or you don't push them, he's real gentle about it. So most people just accept it. People ought to have a sense of humor about it, but some of them don't.
Gathers them all up and puts them on our rolls and gives them to us when we need them. That's the story where we get our dots.
No way! Unbelievable!
I know, but it's true.
You guys did a whack job.
So they can take our paper dots away, but we'll hit them with liquid dots, or bubble dots, or any other type of dots that the dot ubator gives us to give them.
You just wasn't mature enough to realize that somebody's putting the brakes on this.
If they don't like it, they don't have to come to the fest anymore. We're going to stay here forever and die.
Fuck him. I kill him.
What?
I don't care.
Shut the dot up and get the hell out of here. Don't be sitting here trying to mess up my dot flow. Because that's like energy, man. You mess up my chi, it screws with me, and then I'm miserable, right?
So we thought of maybe turning into camouflage dots for a year and just seeing what happens.
Fest is only once a year, but dots will last forever.
Yeah, we've picked up lots of dots today.
It's not as bad this year, but we are still finding dots, and we would like it to cease and desist.
What happens to Dot World if dots are banned? It'll implode.
I would become one gigantic dot. I would come out of the dot ubator right on the heads of the Folk Fest office people that sat there and said that we're not allowed to have dots.
I will kill him. I will maim him and I will murder him.
I just know that there's nowhere near as many dots as there was last year.
I mean, if there's some, we can live with some.
Dots live forever. We can't get rid of dots. They're entwined. The fabric for the Folk Fest.
I think the dots should prevail.
Dots? If they outlaw dots, only outlaws will have dots.
I even created another little daughter to carry on my legacy when I'm gone.
These things are so harmless. They're stickers that tend to, put a smile on people's faces.
But it is about the banner. It is about your imagination. It's not about some goofy orange dot.
Hear them calling me. Well, off in the distance, voices talk to